Thousands of people remain trapped in the Nevada desert after heavy rains inundated the annual Burning Man festival, creating a thick, ankle-deep, muddy mess. At least one person has died. Late tonight, festival organizers say the man's death was not weather-related, but no other details are being released.
Meantime, some 70,000 so-called burners still at Black Rock City have been told to shelter in place. Organizers telling people the roads are too dangerous to drive out. But that is not stopping people from trying to get out, either by car or, as you see right here, on foot. Some people deciding to make the miles-long trek through the mud, leaving their vehicles behind, heading to the closest city for shelter. Now, others are trying to drive out. A video from above the ground of Black Rock City shows the long line of cars. They're all covered in mud, many getting stranded in the mud along the way.
Either we leave now and I get to Salt Lake by Monday, or we might be here till I feel like people might be here till Thursday.
This was kind of like a weird video game of drifting RVs.
It felt like playing Crash Bandicoot, like Mario Kart.
Some obviously taking this rather well. To be clear, the main gates in and out of Black Rock are still closed.
Organizers say other than the mud and the burn being pushed back, things are running as planned. Sanitation trucks are reportedly moving through the city, and there's also Wi-Fi and cell service available for burners who are being told to sit tight and conserve food and water.
It's about 1.8 inches of rain, so it's about 6 inches of mud. You can't walk, you can't drive, the cars are sinking.
Even in these wet, muddy conditions and with a shelter-in-place order from Burning Man organizers,
shelter in a warm place. It's going to get cold tonight.
People are determined to get home from Burning Man any way they can. By truck.
They're saying the gates are still closed, but I've got a four-wheel drive car, and I'm going to try to make it out.
And on foot.
We ended up having to leave our truck and trailer there so we could make it back into town to our other kids. So we walked to the front gate all the way across the playa, had to put some bags on our feet to get across a couple rivers, but we made it to the front gate, hitchhiked here to Gerlach, and now we're going to wait for our ride that's coming from town to pick us up.
The 8-day art and music festival in Black Rock Desert was scheduled to clear out Monday before heavy rain changed everything. Late Sunday, Burning Man organizers said people may be able to leave Monday morning, weather permitting.
I'm mostly worried about having to stand or sit in line to get out of here with 70,000 people tomorrow.
For now, burners, as they're called, are doing their best to stay positive in an uncertain situation. A campsite called the Waffle House kept people fed and entertained Sunday.
They're serving really good waffles, there's music on, people trying to still have fun and keep calm and go with the vibe.
Rolling with the Burning Man. It's one for the ages, that's for sure.
Unforgettable indeed. The ceremonial burning of the wooden man effigy that marks the grand finale of Burning Man did not happen tonight. As you can see in this time lapse, it's still standing. That bright kind of man figure.
Seemed to be glowing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Organizers say because of the rain and mud, they weren't able to move heavy equipment and fire safety gear on site to safely have the burn. Instead, the burning of the man is now set for tomorrow night.
Well, here's another story of burners escaping the muddy mess by walking out. Kevin Schultz, he lives in the Bay Area. He was on a packed bus Friday afternoon, headed out of Burning Man. Schultz says he left early to make it to a friend's wedding in Houston. Well, that's what he thought. Before the bus made it off the playa, the storm moved in and the gate workers told the bus to stop. It stopped for hours and hours. It dragged on and on. 50 passengers spent a very uncomfortable night on that bus. Yesterday morning, Schultz and 5 others decided to walk on out to the road.
A 2-mile walk is what people are saying. We can't really see the end. It's kind of just in the distance, but it looks doable. So we put some trash bags. When he and I brought it, we put these trash bags on our feet. We tie them up with rope and whatnot around our feet, and we go into this muddy sludge. That is what the desert's become, and we walk the 2 miles out to the road.
The group was lucky enough to be picked up by a woman driving a big farm truck. Schultz rode into Gerlach. On the back of that truck, she dropped the very grateful travelers off at the Reno airport. Now, earlier tonight, NBC News spoke exclusively with the CEO of Burning Man. Marian Goodell says she is pleased and surprised that even the President of the United States has been briefed on the situation unfolding in the Black Rock Desert. The National Guard has also offered to help. But Goodell points out everyone who comes here is equipped to survive in harsh environments, and things are only running a day or two behind schedule.
People are here as they normally would with everything they need to survive. And so there's no big sense of panic. We're not doing an evacuation. We're waiting for the ground to dry. And, we're bringing in additional cell phone support for people. We're turning on the internet so that it's widely available. We don't normally have a free Wi-Fi cloud here, but we're doing that so people can make arrangements. We have buses coming into Gerlach on a regular basis so that people that choose to walk out can catch the buses.
Sounds under control. You can watch the full interview with Goodell tomorrow morning on the Today Show right after Today in the Bay.